These are the reasons why you should consider getting a minor if you are someone who is still in university. And as a disclaimer, obviously not everybody wants to get a minor or can afford to, right? Depending on where you are in university, you may not have enough time to complete a full minor for a given subject, or it may not be aligned with your current goals or interests. But if you are someone who is thinking about getting a minor, let this video be the reason why you choose to do so. So a quick intro about myself. I went to school for mechanical engineering, but got a minor in computer science, which I then used to land a job as a software engineer. But let's get straight to the reasons why I think you should get a minor. And reason number one should come as no surprise, and that is you can use your minor as a segue to another profession if you plan ahead. And to drive this point home, let me share a bit of my personal experience with using my computer science minor to transition my career into software engineering after graduation. So my story begins in my junior year as an undergrad when I was still pursuing mechanical engineering. And this is the time where COVID became a big deal across the world and everything started to shut down. At that time, I had maybe 2 internships with mechanical engineering companies, Honda namely. But then I noticed that the pandemic was affecting the car industry heavily. So I decided to try my luck and then do a computer science minor. So I enrolled in a computer science minor. After getting my minor, I was able to build 2 resumes, a mechanical engineering resume with my undergraduate experience and a computer science resume with the things that I learned in computer science. And along with some personal projects and also some personal practice that I did on the side, I was able to come up with a decent enough resume to start applying to tech jobs. These were not software engineering jobs, these were tech related roles. So my first job was a cloud engineer. I wasn't doing active development, but I was in the tech industry. And from that, I was able to land a software engineering job. So you can see that getting that minor made that transition a bit easier for me. Personal experience aside, it would be better to back this up with some data, right? But there is not much data on people with a minor and a major and how they were able to use that to transition into a different career. But one thing I will say is that your major does not dictate your profession. Research on majors showed that 62% of recent graduates work in jobs that require a bachelor's degree. However, only 27% of them work on jobs related to the field that they majored in. So you can see that your major does not define your career, right? It doesn't dictate your profession. We are moving into a world economy where gone are the days where people go into school to study a particular field and come out and get a job in that same field and then do that job for the rest of their lives, right? I think you have to be constantly evolving. You have to be constantly learning. Someone who is constantly learning, constantly adding to their skill sets, I think will be better suited for this new economy than someone who wants to just get a bio degree and then become a biologist, right? I think that straightforward path is sort of broken up a bit, or it's not as common as it once was. Getting a minor, I believe, is a good way to add to your skill sets, and is also a good way to segue into a different profession if you plan ahead. Reason number 2 is it strengthens an existing resume by making it more specialized, which ultimately means you are a more desirable candidate. When it comes to the context of a major and a minor, if I am a computer science major and I do a minor in machine learning, you can see how now I have my computer science skill sets, which makes me a good programmer or software developer, but then I have that expertise in machine learning, which I can leverage when it comes to looking for jobs and things like that. And also you have to be a bit strategic about selecting your minor, right? You want minors that will create these deadly combos, right? So something like economics and finance, that's a good combo. Engineering and computer science, that's a good combo. And the last reason is that people with minors just generally make more money, okay? And you can see the reason why this is the case. Not only do you have the knowledge base when it comes to your major, you also have some sort of expertise related to your minor, right? If you are someone who has a major and has a minor in something that maybe complements your major, you are someone who can contribute knowledge and expertise and opinions on multiple fronts, right? You're not just limited to your major. You can draw from your minor a bit and then use that when it comes to problem solving, which, like I said, you have to leverage leverage when it comes to negotiating your salary. People are not going to hand it to you. You have to leverage. And that is pretty much it. But just to wrap this up, one thing that I want to make sure everybody understands is that experience is king. Okay, having a major, having a master's degree, having a doctorate degree, having a minor, all of that is cool. But if you don't have experience, so make sure that you are getting the much needed experience that you need, whether it's through internships, whether it's through co-ops, whether it's through research, or anything that will allow you to put something on your resume that says, yes, I was involved in this particular project, I contributed in this way, and these are the skill sets that I used, right? That is key. And yeah, go out there and live your life. And if you are someone who's thinking about getting a minor, I hope this video convinced you to get a minor. Take it from me, someone who got a minor and was able to use that to transition into a different career. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, leave it down in the comments below and I'll be sure to get to it. And yeah,